Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a pretty good sword in Paint.net. I'll link where I got my plugins from. I just use Finlay's plugins. Um, and then I'll show you how to use the good swords and stuff, and I'll show you all the basics. I'll make one too. It's gonna be 16x, and so let's get into it. So first of all, you want to go to File, New, 16 by 16. Make sure it says pixels right here, pixels inch. And so then you can hit control and scroll to zoom in. And if you don't have a mouse, you can use the magnifying glass. You can hit control A, delete, and make sure you're on the pencil, because that's what draws like the single pixels. You don't want to use the brush tool or else it'll have a big circle around it. You just want to use the pencil most of the time. So you can select your black color and you can make this kind of pummel shape. This is the one I like, but some people like it with that corner. You can do that if you want. And then I personally like to make my sticks or my handles about 3 tall, or not tall, like 3 pixels long. So then you want to go 3 out, put a pixel here and a pixel here, connect them to the handle, and then place a pixel here, or no, wrong place, here, and here. And so that's gonna be your crossguard shape. I like to add the blade also, and since this is a longer handle, for proportions, I'm gonna make it a longer blade. Okay, when it comes to blade shapes, there's generally 2 shapes people do, and that's ooh, this shape or this shape. And so for this sword, I am going to go with this shape because I find it the easiest to understand when it comes to shading. So in Minecraft, the light always comes from the top left in game. So you want to add your lightest color going from maybe around here to like here. So then you always want to make sure to hue shift a little bit. And I'm just going to select my darker color. I'm going to make that a little bit less green. There we go. And so you can just do small little gradient right there. With the gradient tool, you can just click and drag. And so you can eyedropper this, and I like to lighten it and then decrease saturation for highlights. That's personally what I do. That's a little bit too bright. Okay, let's try this. You want to make sure the highlights get brighter and brighter as you go. So I'd say that looks at least a little bit okay. I'm not like I'm just trying to give you guys a basic idea. So here we can select the outlines by hitting control and just clicking on wherever we want to go. And I like to have my tolerance usually around 50%, maybe less. And so when I have my colors that I used for this, I go and I darken them, because the outlines are usually a lot darker than the actual sword. And so I then make the gradient a lot darker, or from the same angle, and a lot darker as the light source from the sword. So that's our blade right now. And you can make the crossguard whatever shape you want. I'm gonna go with maybe, I'm just gonna go with diamond. And so for the outline, I like to select my darkest color first, then I just like to do the normal outline. And then I like to select my second darkest color and use that because I'm making sure the light source is coming from the top left. And then I'm selecting my third darkest color, and I'm doing the same thing again. So it looks like that. And I might just add a little highlight to the outline right here. No. Okay, so you have that, and then you want to select maybe this color, and you do that. And so then you just keep going up the scale, and I like to add my highlight right in the middle, like that. And so for the handle, I like to go for like maybe like a less saturated, like reddish brown wood color. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but it's like somewhere in between red and brown. So like, and I make it kind of desaturated, so it looks about like that. And so then I just keep lightening it, and I get that basic shape down. And you always want to make sure that the handle connects with the pommel and crossguard, like this, or else it'll look funny in game. You don't want to make it like that. You don't want that. I like to make it lighter as I go up, and so I'm just going to do that. And there we go. We have a pretty good handle. And so now for the pommel, we're just gonna do almost a similar thing we did for the crossguard. And I'm just gonna do this, not that, this, and then this. No, too late. Is that the same color? I feel like, yeah, no, that's okay. And then I select like maybe a mid-tone color, and I go there. And so there we go. That's a pretty good sword in my opinion. You can always make it a little bit different, which I actually want. I don't want everybody to be going around and making swords just like this, or I want you guys to make it different. This is just kind of a basis. And so you can try different crossguard shapes. Like I know some people like it just this shape, which also looks pretty good in my opinion. You can make it like this shape for like longer swords. There's a bunch of different things you can do. You can do that other blade shape I was talking about. There's a bunch of different things you can do when it comes to Minecraft swords. So I hope you guys liked this little tutorial, and I want you guys to let me know if I should come out with any more. Thanks.